do you feel stuck in life? Is it related to your career? You feel like you've worked really hard and you're going nowhere. You want to do something else, but don't know where to start. Are you stuck related to your family? You wish you had more time with them, or maybe you're fighting all the time with your spouse because you don't have the time and energy. You wish you had more time for your kids, your grandkids, and you're just stressed out. Is it money? You've overspent the house, the car, the mortgage, the stuff just keeps adding up and it feels like the bills are exceeding the time and you don't know how to dig yourself out. And then how do you behave when you feel stuck? And what would it take to become unstuck? And even better, how would you feel if you woke up tomorrow and you didn't feel stuck? You didn't keep having to put off your life until someday. You were able to start living right now. I'm Coach Crazy Cat, the queen of Stuckity Stuck Stuck. Super excited to be here with you and share just a little bit about Stuck, my journey, and how possibly I can help you through the journey through Stuck. Here we go. I think. Which button? All right, here we go. Journey through Stuck. I'm Coach Crazy Cat, tour guide from Stuck, or the queen of Stuckity Stuck Stuck. Super blessed and excited to be here with you live from South Carolina, where I live on Bird Farm. The birds are my grandparents, Rose and Charlie, and my granddad was born here in 1931, and I love it. And I'm so excited to be here sharing with you about Stuck. So, question for you. Do you feel stuck right now? And if so, can you relate to one or all of these? So we've got this guy and he works really hard and he's got a lot of pressure at work, but he doesn't feel like he's not inspired, or he's always stressed. He's not able to grow up the corporate ladder. He's not able to take care of his family. And he's like, why? How did I end up here? Or this next lady who's buried under a pile of paperwork. She feels like she never catches up. No matter how hard she works, she's always behind and somebody's always adding extra paper to the pile. This next lady is just like, I can't move. And I've been her before, except mine was on a snooze button, laying in the bed, wanting to pull the cover back over my head, snoozing 10, 12, 14, 15 times. If I snooze again, will I get fired? It was a really sad feeling. And my mom struggled with depression at various points to her life. And so I take it very seriously when I start to feel like I can't go on. I'm like, oh no, I need to move through this. I need to find a way to get unstuck because I know what a slippery slope that can be. This next lady has kids and husband and responsibilities and a job. And she is just, where do I start? How do I do it all? How do I do it all well? She feels the pressure all the time and doesn't know what to do. This next guy, I've been this guy. I don't know if you have a job at corporate, you definitely have been this guy where stick. And you're just like, no more emergencies. I'm done. This next guy lives in the house. He's got the car. He's got the house. He's got the stuff. Outside, he's like the happy person on Instagram. He's always like in front of his Porsche, right? But behind closed doors, the stress and the bills and the frustration is real. Talk about stuck. This next couple isn't talking because all they do is work and all they do is buy the stuff and do the thing and worry more about what people think and about this outside stuff going on than actually connecting and spending time together. And that can be with spouse or kids, grandkids, grandparents. I mean, I'm not married now, but I run into it with my grandparents. Like, how do I take the time and really be engaged with them one-on-one when they need me? Or this next person is like, I'm just stuck. Like maybe you raised all your kids and they're moving out, or, and you're like, I now want to reinvent myself. Or you, with this COVID stuff, right? You had a job and a career you love, but all of a sudden your life has been tossed upside down and you're having to rethink. Maybe you heard about this industry of network marketing and you actually think it's awesome, but no matter what happens, you just feel stuck and you can't figure out how to make a go of it. There's all kinds of reasons to feel stuck. Life can make you feel stuck, right? People and circumstances and things happen. And then we go, see, I told you it would never work out. All those fears. Stuck is very heavy. It's very real. and it can stop you in your tracks. And because stuck happens in your own head, it's hard to work out of it and to know which way to navigate to not actually make the feeling worse. So what happens when you feel stuck, and how are you handling it? Are you burying yourself in the television and just like watching everybody else live? Or like me, you're snoozing 5,000 times and crying, wishing that it would end, scrolling on Instagram and watching everybody else's beautiful life, or YouTube or Facebook or whatever it is? Are you looking in the bottom of some bottle and hoping that happiness and joy is down there? I used to do that with red wine. I was like, one more glass of red wine and maybe I won't care so much. Only thing I got was a headache and then some more stress. This next guy is yelling at everybody. He's just angry. He's decided life is bad. I feel stuck and everybody else is going to pay for it. So yelling in traffic. I used to do that too. This next lady, stress eating. So I'm unhappy and I am going to eat a big bag of chips and that will make me feel better, or a bucket of ice cream. This next guy is just mad about everything in general. He's like, this is not how it was supposed to be. And I am angry. I'm on the verge of bankruptcy. I've done everything everybody told me to do. And my family's angry. My life is angry. And I am angry. Or maybe you just want to stick your head in the sand and pretend that it's fine. It's like, it's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Someday it will be okay. I'm just going to keep going. Just keep going. Don't feel anything. Just keep going. So what's on your someday list, right? If you were living your someday right now and not wait until someday to live your someday, what would you do? Would you spend more time with your family? Someday, I'll give my family the time they need. Someday, I'll have a relationship with them. Your kids are growing. Someday is going to be different, right? Because they're going to be busy then. You're going to want them and they're going to be busy. So someday isn't going to work out so well with kids. Someday I'm going to see the world. Someday I'm going to get out there and meet other people. I'm going to see those things I've been wanting to see. Someday I'm going to help other people and make a huge impact on the world. Someday I'm going to find my inner artist and I'm going to take up either crafts or art. I'm going to have time to really feed that right side of my brain, which has been squelched out in all these years of work and frustration. Someday I'm going to buy that car I've always wanted. Someday I'm going to garden. That's me. Someday I'm going to adopt all the animals in the neighborhood, or I'm going to volunteer in some way to help the animals. Or someday I'm going to be a speaker or a writer. I'm going to really put what's on my heart. I'm going to place it out there to help the rest of the world. So what is on your someday list? And why not make someday today? Why are we waiting for someday, right? I was one of those people. I was working my tail off, completely stressed out. And I was like, someday I won't be so stressed. Someday I'll have more time for my family. Someday I'll be organized. Someday I won't have to have another work emergency. But what is on your someday list? If you woke up tomorrow morning and the light came through the window, the curtains, and you were like, you woke up and your eyes opened as the sun came up and you were like, it's someday. How would you feel? How would your day be different? Who would you impact? What would your loved ones think and do? What would you think and do? Who would you be helping? So why not make someday today? This is the 7 awkward steps from stuck to your beautiful life, because being stuck is a journey. Life is a journey and being stuck is a journey. You're going to go through it over and over and over. Sorry. There's no like Band-Aid or just one little fix it for stuck. It's a feeling that comes out when we're learning something new. When you're using your courage and you're learning new things and you're stepping into grounds that you haven't been in before, you all of a sudden are going to run into other versions of stuck. You don't know everything. You're going to run into dead ends. You're going to have things that you do that are going to be a waste of time. You're going to question yourself. You're going to want to run back to your comfort zone. That's the way stuck is. I get stuck almost every day. And I'm going to say that it aggravates the tar puppy out of me. It makes me so frustrated but then I like laugh and I go stuckity stuck stuck, because there's not a single stuck that I have been through so far where I haven't learned something valuable. And every stuck you go through increases your confidence. And then you know that you will have the courage to go through the next one because you went through the last one, and you start to build those muscles. Just like when you learned how to ride a bike. You weren't confident the first time. You had to show a little courage, and you jumped on the bike and you took off, and then voila, guess what? You became confident about your ability to ride a bike. And even though I don't ride a bike often, I learned it as a kid, and I literally could jump on a bike, and I'm not going to be scared or freaking out. I'm confident. I know I can ride a bike. Once you learn, you can always do it. So that's the way it becomes when you go through stuck. Once you get past the stuck that you're at right now, that will become a muscle that you've learned. You'll build your confidence, and then you'll come to another level of stuck. That's the way it goes. That as humans, we're either growing or we're dying, right? And when's the last time that one of those things that you were doing, staring at the television, staring at social media, watching somebody else live, did that actually help your courage? Did that help you get to someday? Did that help you feel more confident? Or was it just another voice in your head saying, I told you so, I told you it'd always be this way, that was holding you back? So how do we make someday today? First off, the 7 awkward steps, Journey Through Stuck, is a roadmap through stuck to your beautiful life. It's a roadmap because you're going to keep running into stuck, right? You're going to have different stucks than I have. You're going to have different stucks than the rest of the people who are in the group sessions. We all have different stucks, but the cool thing is by hearing other people's stories, we can support each other. We can love each other. Different people. I don't know what just happened there or why that came up. I'm so sorry. Oops. Loom is new to me. Anyway, back to the program. So you get a roadmap because you'll need to revisit the tools over and over and over. You can move out of stuck by taking control of your journey. Your journey is your life, and you are here on a journey. It's about the journey, not the destination. So what are you learning? What are you experiencing? How can you live every day like it's someday? You can live life with passion and purpose again. Like, have you ever felt like, what's this about? Why is life so hard? Is it ever going to be better? It doesn't have to be that way. You were created to help people. You were created to impact the world in a big way, and you don't have to stay stuck. You can move through this stuck and on through the next stuck and the next stuck and the next stuck, and really move towards your beautiful life one step at a time. You can share light and love with all of the faces you were created to help. So I believe that everybody was created with other people they were designed to help. My people are the people of Uganda and other children who are born in poor countries and have no resources like schools and other basic things we take for granted in the United States. But who are your faces? Who were you created to help? Is it the elderly? Is it the poor? Is it people in your church? Who were you created to help? Make an impact on your loved ones and on the world around you, and courageously move forward in your journey. Confidence is something people talk about all the time, but you're not going to have confidence until you express your courage, that you go through it, that you know that you have this roadmap and you could go, you know what? I got this. I totally am going to start moving from stuck to my beautiful life. I'm going to make it happen. So how to make someday today? First off, the Journey Through Stuck is an intensive program. It's 90 days. So it's every other week going through the 7 steps plus the introduction. There are 8 team coaching sessions. So I love team sessions because there are up to 6 people who could be in any one of the groups, and we work together as a team. Everybody has different stuck. I may be stuck somewhere right now that you may never get stuck. Or maybe you're not there yet. Or maybe I've been where you've been. Or maybe you're already stuck in a place that I've never experienced yet. But everybody will have different ways to look at stuck and ways to understand stuck and ways to help each other to move through stuck. And those team coaching sessions, I'm always there sharing everything I'm learning about stuck every day. You also get a one-on-one coaching session which will be towards the end of the program, just to make sure that we're getting you the answers you need so you have your roadmap in hand. The goal of Journey Through Stuck is to teach you how to fish. I'm not going to like completely eradicate you out of stuck. That wouldn't be possible. I don't walk in your shoes. I don't live your life, and I have my own stuck. But what I'd like to do is have you empowered and understanding of the roadmap so that you can move through stuck and you're no longer afraid of it either. 8 focused training courses with workbooks. So the workbooks are all come to your house, and they're going to be 8 of them, about 30 to 40 pages. Beautiful color workbooks. I like color because color helps engage the other side of your brain. If you're like me, you've been using that left side of your brain for most of your life, and we need the whole brain to help us see all the possibilities to work our way through stuck. And you'll learn how to courageously move forward in your journey using these 7 awkward steps. So why me? Here's my resume. I'm the queen of stuckity stuck, stuck, stuck. If there's a way to be stuck, I've been stuck. This was me in 2016 when I call that my red pill day. If for anybody who's seen The Matrix, you'll understand. It was like red pill, blue pill. That was my day that I had been to a conference and I realized that I was stuck. And I knew I wanted to be unstuck, but I was scared. I was actually more scared that day than I was the day before. And you can see it in my eyes. I was driving to work and I was like, here I am in 2020 living on Bird Farm. Happy. Is every day perfect? No. Do I get stuck? Yep. All the time. Would I go back? No. Has it been scary? Yeah. Has it been awesome? Yeah. It's been great. So I have been in my own little comfort zone, which was this little cage. I have been dragging a ball and chain through work. I have been a deer in a headlight. And even when I was this lady at the bottom of the hill, ready to get started, I have peered through the walls, scared to leave. I have been lost. I have been carrying rocks. I've been dragging around my clutter. I've been lost. I've been fighting storms. But you know what? Through it all, it's a whole process of working through your own tunnel of stuck. There's an exit. There always is. It's just a matter of us having the courage to go through so that we have the confidence to go and live that beautiful life. What is your someday worth? If you really were to wake up tomorrow morning and it was your someday, what would your someday be like? What would be the first thing that you would do? How would you feel about that first thing? Would you grab a cup of coffee, go sit outside on the patio, hug the wife, see the kids, pet the dog, pet the kitty cats? What would be the first thing you would do? Pick up the newspaper? I don't know. What's your morning routine? And then would you breathe and look out and go, wow, this is my someday. This is so amazing. And then what would be the next thing you would do? And the next thing you would do? What would that feel like to know that you were in your someday? Who would you be impacting in the world? What kind of joy and peace and love would you have to be sharing with the people around you? And what would that be worth to you? All right, I'm Coach Crazy Cat. I hope you'll join me in the journey through stuck. It's going to be a process and a journey, but a lot of fun. We can learn together and help each other because rising tides raise all ships. With that, be blessed. Bye now.